What's up guys, Chasing Lamely here with episode number 13 of Welcome to Wroxham, your last episode this side of Christmas, so happy Christmas everyone and all that good stuff. So in today's episode we're entering the FA Cup for the first time in the second season. We are playing Brackley in the qualifying rounds and we are hoping to get a bit further if we can. That's sort of our mission for today. So, like, subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't already, and I'll rejoin you on this side of the intro, I guess. And so here we are, we have rejoined at a good time in the season. We are mid to late September in 2023. As you can see from the league table, we are currently sat 13th after 6 league games. We have a pretty strong goal difference of +7, and I thought we'd be top of the league by now, but of course I didn't take into account the fact that we've done the rebuild of the team. It takes a little while for players to start bedding in, so you know, it wasn't necessarily the most smooth start. We are hopefully going to see the schedule pop up in a second. It's taking a little while there anyway. So, you obviously saw the game against Southall United in the last episode. We then lost 1-0 to East Thurrock that was the last episode. I remember we were there. Right, so we played Great Wakering in the next game. Elliot Goldthorpe scoring a penalty in a 1-0 win. We then beat AFC Sudbury 5-2 with goals from Costas, Rio Keramatan, Tra Lucas and Kit Elliott. We then had a 2-2 draw with Barking, with Rio Keramatan and Darnell Mintus scoring the goals. Costas got the only goal in a 1-0 win against Chatham. And then we beat Mildenhall 3-0, goals from Vegetali, Keramatan and Kit Elliott, followed by a brace from Tra Lucas, putting us through an extra time against Widnes in the Regional Challenge Cup second round. So we're still in there. We're playing sitting ball in the next round of that. We probably won't watch that game. We are going to go to today's game against Brackley Town. There's no new transfers to speak of note that I can remember. It's been about a week since I've played the game because, as I think I said in the previous video, I've had some family staying with me, so I've not really had proper recording time. But it's fine. We'll get into the game and hopefully pick up a win and a pass to the next round. Brackley Town were in the Conference North last season. I don't know if they got relegated or not. It seems really early for them to be going into the FA Cup. We should probably have a little investigate of that, because that could be... They're still in the National League North. Okay, well, that's fine. Their key player is Gareth Dean, so we'll keep an eye out for him. I don't know why that's just popped up a bunch of logos. I didn't ask you to do that. Please don't do that. I don't know what's going on with the game. It's having a bit of a moment. There we go. It has loaded up Gareth Dean for us. Gareth Dean, 260 appearances for Brackley. Previously of Solihull Moors and Nuneaton, and he's their best player. But he's, you know, I suppose that's roughly the same level he's been at the entire time. Some time in the National League proper, I guess. He's, yeah, I guess a decent enough player. He's been at Brackley a while. We'll see how he does against us today. So let's go and look at the team sheet, and then we can get into the game. So here we are then for team selection time, and I've not really had a proper look because I've just realised I forgot to add the players to the bench, which is good because now I've got to live in front of you work out where I'm missing players. Sure, let's just do a quick pick and take the keeper off the bench. That's probably going to work slightly better anyway. So we'll take him off the bench, and we are missing someone who can play on the left-hand side. So that'll be that. Good. Right, that totally didn't happen. I don't know why the bench looks like that. I'm so confused. So confused. Why did you pick a team that looks like that? Let's take Dreyer off the bench and let's put Elliot Goldthorpe on the bench because he's a better player. Good. I know where we're at. Right, team selection today then. Callum Taylor in goal, Cesar Marquez at right back, Williams and Tarima at centre half, Wilson Brown at left back, Perry is the holding midfielder, Costas Keramatan in central midfield, Clancy and Elliot on the wings, Tra Lucas up top. The bench is Guler, Balogun, Vegetali, Mintus, Cook, Goldthorpe and Cicerelli, which is actually a pretty strong team. So we're going to submit that and we're going to see if we can get the result we need against the mighty Brackley Town away in the FA Cup today. That is our mission. Into the dressing room, we're going to do a pick-up where you left off last time out with a pointy finger, because why not? People are seeming nervous, which I don't like, so I'm going to tell them what I trust them to make a difference and to go make me proud, because that is the key to happiness at this club, is making me proud. Going into the preview, see who I recognise at Brackley. Roger Johnson used to play for Watford. Shaquille Coulthurst used to play for Spurs. I know that much. I feel like Kieran Jones is a player I've come up against before. Lots of players with pictures here. Kieran Jones, where's he come from? He's an ex-Norwich player, so localish lad for Wroxham. Murram Bedsy is a name I'm going to have to try and say a lot, you have a feeling. Ex-Reading. Anyone else there? George Carlin. We'll just go look at the guys with pictures unless I recognise anyone else. Ex-Chesterfield. Alright, he's decent. Thomas Hughes, probably quite decent. Ex-Ipswich. So he's been around a bit near and in this league. Tariq Yusuf, ex-Billericay, ex-Kidlington. So he's just a local boy. And Wes York, anyone we know of Wes York playing for? He's been some big-ish clubs for non-excellent. Where's Shaquille Coulthurst? Was he at Barnet for years? I have a feeling he's been somewhere like Barnet for years. He was at Barnet for years, but did come out of the youth team at Spurs and has had a decent career. So he might score a goal today, which is slightly concerning. It's not a thing we want to be encouraging nor seeing. We just want to be scoring all the goals against Brackley Town as the game kicks off. And let's see what we can do today. Throwing straight away for us, it's with Marcus to Lucas. Lucas looking for a cross into the box. Elliott back post can't beat Egan to the ball. And now Brackley have the ball, and you can't help feeling they might be good at hitting us on the break as Hughes heads it on looking for York. Tarima clears it up. Back to Taylor, back to Tarima, to Perry, to Wilson Brown, who goes over the top, looking for Dean, and that's gone nowhere for us at all. I don't know why it's stuttering so much. I hope that's not being reflected on the recording. If it is, I apologise. It's driving me slightly mental because I feel like I'm having double vision. I don't know why that is. Bailey down the line to Yusuf, who needs to be tackled here. He's not been tackled. Coulthurst picks up the ball and heads it wide. And that's the end of the highlight, and we can all survive for a little while. Let's encourage the boys, and let's see if we can get ourselves into the game. Right, Yusuf with a free kick for Brackley, and that's got penalty written all over it. I knew before I even saw the player go down that had penalty written all over it. You know, I was watching earlier a bunch of other FM creators saying that the match engine feels less predictable because you haven't seen the highlight 1,000 times. Great save by Taylor. And, that was obviously going to be a penalty. So, I don't know what they're on about. Anyway, Yusuf now is going to take this corner, and it goes into the box, and it's been headed away by Wilson Brown. Dean will keep it in play. Back to Hughes, has a pop from range. Tarima just happened to be stood in the right place at the right time. Let's not pretend he defended that well. He was just in the way. Another corner for Brackley. Yusuf will take it again, and I would very much like it if we could get rid of the ball for good here. Tarima heads it clear. Hopefully going into touch. No, Yusuf picks up the ball, and this is starting to feel like Brackley are almost destined to score here. Perry heads it away. Wilson Brown, Kieran Matton. They didn't score, which is always a benefit. Right, Perry heads ball away, I think that was. Coulthurst now on the ball, though, and Carleen to York. York, lots of time and options, and it's headed away. Costas on the ball, ball forward to Lucas. Can Lucas score? He can! Trial Lucas has put us ahead. And I was just out to question if we were on extended highlights, actually, because I felt like I've been watching every kick of the game so far, in some respects. But we haven't been. It's just been an action-packed game. Costas on the ball, plays it through, finds Trial Lucas. And can he do something here? Of course he can. What a boy. Puts it round the keeper. And 1-0 on the replay, 1-0 in the real life, 1-0 all around. We could be going forward to the third qualifier round of the FA Cup. It's going to be a free kick now for Brackley, and it's with Hughes this time, who apparently this is an ideal position for. So we'll have a pop, and Taylor makes a save. That's what Taylor does, the big man doing the big savings. And now Yusuf takes a corner. I feel like we're going to get barraged with set pieces again, headed away by Jay Williams into touch, and we have survived that particular attack again. XG-wise, 1.26 for Brackley, 0.14 for us. We are currently FMing them, and I don't hate it. Right, free kick for us. Taylor to Tarima. Tarima on the ball now to Wilson Brown, who has been pretty terrible in this first half. It's got to be said. Can't find Lucas. And now the ball goes forward from Dean, headed away by Perry to Wilson Brown, who I guarantee gives it away again, because that seems to be his enticing. He does give it away. He's just not very good today. York on the ball back to Orafu, to Dean to the guy whose name I can't pronounce, Murrumbedzi. Hughes is through. Thomas Hughes, given the ball, given the opportunity, gets a goal. It's been disallowed for offsides. What a beautiful play by that ref. Checks in the post, son. Take a bow, and we are going to go into the first half, or into half time, ahead. It looks very much like a couple of minutes left of injury time to play. Our left-hand side has been dire today, and their right-hand side can't be that good. So that begs some questions about who is doing what. I have a feeling that because Wilson Brown's being bad, Elliot's not getting the service. So we'll have a yell at him and see if that helps. Happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. Is a pretty good general way to tell things to the team, and I think we'll tell Wilson Brown, look, buddy, you've not been good enough, get it together, and hope that does something in the second half, because I feel like if he starts playing well, Kit Elliott gets more of the ball, and then Kit Elliott becomes the destruction monster he is known to be. 6.1 rating for Thomas Hughes, and a 6.2 for Shaq Coulthurst, and a 6.3 for George Carlin. These guys on the left-hand side should be having an absolute field day right now, and they're not. So we'll see. We'll see if we have to take them off. I probably will have to take them off. Right, Taylor with a goal kick. As I'm just making some subs, I've sent Balogun on the left back, and I've sent Gulshan Gulair on as the left winger. Complete refresh of that left-hand side. Try and get a bit more impetus out of them. I'm also strongly considering Kieran Matton coming off as Taylor gets. I'm going to take Kieran Matton off and send Vegetali on, and that seems to have broken the graphics. Good stuff. Right, Carlin, I was just thinking earlier I might buy a new PC for myself as a Christmas present, and I think that's looking more and more likely. Clancy now on the ball, and he's been had his pocket picked by Murrumbedzi. Clancy back to Taylor to Tarima with a big ball forward, finds Elliot, nods it on to Lucas. Lucas is through, and that's going to mean that Elliot's rating gets artificially inflated, but I think he's probably still going to come off. We are 2-0 up, and 2-0 up is a pretty good state of affairs against a team from 2 divisions higher than us? 3 divisions higher than us. I think 2 divisions higher than us. Either way, Tra Lucas again, through, on goal, has a pop, beautiful. Keeper can't do anything about it. Tra Lucas, what a signing that boy has been. He could very well get a lot of goals this season. He could be one of the first 30 goals a season goal scorers we've had in a save for a while, which is nice. Anyway, 2-0 up. Let's hope it continues. Marquez now with a throw-in to Williams. Williams finds Tarima, who's not been great in this game, it's got to be said. Either way, we'll plug on as Lopez picks up the ball for Brackley. Ibrahim has his pocket picked by Perry. Try and say that 5 times fast, and Lucas can't quite get on the end of it. Feel like if he had done, the form he's in today probably would have finished his hat-trick. York now on the ball, and he has all the time in the world to find Carlin over the top, looking for Shaq Coulthurst. Has a pop, and it's come off the woodwork. Williams hoofs it into the empty stand, and Brackley have won a corner, and we are hopefully going to see it. We are going to see it. Murrumbedzi now on corners for Brackley, puts it into the box, and it's headed away by Costas, only as far as Hughes, who's already had a goal disallowed, puts it past Clancy, tries to go for a run. Clancy, little tactical foul, cheeky stuff we like to see. Tactical foul to break up the attack, and at 2-0 we can coast through, knowing that we have absolutely done Brackley in this game. Throw in now, it's with Marquez for Wroxham. Ball goes deep. Lucas back to Marquez. Clancy, Costas on the ball, finds Perry. Vegetali gets tackled by Orafu and goes forward. Coulthurst to York. A feeling if Brackley score here, they might get a second. Carlin over the top, looking for Coulthurst, who's through. Taylor waiting for it, ready, always equal to it, and that that very much could be the save that puts us firmly through to the third qualifying round of the FA Cup. We're just waiting on the whistle at this point, and I think it's coming any time now. That is the final whistle. Trial Lucas with a brace to put us through to the next round, which means we're going to be playing the next round in the next episode. But I think I might keep our opponent a surprise, just because it's not like it's going to be a Manchester United. So let's keep that a little bit of a surprise for you for next episode. That feels like a plan. Then I can wrap this up. So, thank you as always for watching, guys. Have a good Christmas. I will hopefully get another episode up on Monday with the next round of this cup competition. I'm thinking about doing something for Christmas Day, but let's not count on it because I've been very inconsistent lately and also quite busy. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, in the meantime, I've been Chasing Lonely. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff. And until next time, stay safe, have a good Christmas, and have a good one. Later.